Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here, and it is day 1 of Worlds, and in the opening ceremony they have revealed some more information about Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I'm gonna be real, I'm pretty excited. A lot of it is really good for competitive Pokemon. We're gonna talk a little bit about it, I'm gonna give my thoughts, and ideally it does get you a little bit more excited, at least about competitive, because I know it did get me more excited. So they have a battle stadium, and basically they now have an official ranked battle system. And I'm not talking about like old battle spot where you can get points or whatever and it's in some external site and that was it. No, they have an actual ranked system. So I'm going to read this and then I'll give my thoughts. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, you can connect to the internet and battle against trainers from all over the world in the battle stadium. Features like rental teams and online competitions also allow for different ways to connect to other Pokemon. By the way, I love that rental teams are back. No, a Nintendo Switch Online membership is required to use the Battle Stadium. Yeah, we already knew that. Anyway, there's no need to set up a Pokemon Global Link account. Ranked battles. In ranked battles, you take on Pokemon trainers from across the world. I said world, but it said globe, but it's the same thing. With a battle team you trained up in an attempt to become the most powerful trainer in the world. They're talking about me. I'm about to become the most powerful trainer in the world. Y'all already know I'm about to have a road to rank 1 or road to top 10 type of thing. As the name implies, you will have a rank in the ranked battles that indicates how strong you are as a trainer. Your rank will change depending on the results of your battles. You'll face trainers of a similar rank, so your battles are sure to be changing. Now, obviously, this is a big change for competitive Pokemon, but this is a small change in terms of a competitive game because a lot of games have this, but I still am pretty excited about this. Obviously, you start off in the beginner tier and you earn points based on the results of your battles. Yeah, you win or lose, you get more and more. It also confirms like Dynamaxing and double battles and stuff like that as well. But we have the beginner rank, the Pokeball tier rank, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Master Ball type of thing, max rank. I'm shooting for Master Ball tier. I'm telling you right now. Now, each rank in Pokemon belongs to a specific tier. The top tier is where trainers will take part in intense ranked battles, with everyone aiming to become the best in the world. You can also check your own ranking in the Battle Stadium where you're competing in the highest ranks, and check out the smartphone version of Pokemon Home if you want to see how all participants of a competition placed or the rankings of the Pokemon used. I'm sorry, it's early. In ranked battles, your rank will go down a certain amount at the end of each season before a new season comes out and being carried over. Okay, so that makes sense. That's how it typically is, right? Magic the Gathering, you know, you go up to Diamond, you fall down back a tier to like Platinum. But yeah, I love the fact that we're actually having a competitive ladder on the in-game. Now, one of my favorite things about Let's Go was I could just hop online and play anybody, right? With just typing in Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachu. This isn't exactly that. This is obviously battle spot, but this seems like a battle spot that's going to be active no matter what, and that's what I like. Because also, one of the other problems with the DS, I don't know if y'all remember when I was actually doing battle spot on my DS, but I had so much trouble connecting with people. And now, you know, I have the Ethernet cable, I'll have it connected to my Switch. I'm just excited to be able to actual battle and record and have this actual content too. The casual battles, you enjoy Pokemon battles without worrying about who wins and who loses. Yeah, so they have their unranked type of thing. There are 2 formats in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Players can take part in the single battle and double battle formats, obviously. So, in the singles battle format, and this is, I'm talking about for ranked competition, I'm assuming it's not going to be 66. It's more than likely going to be like Battle Spot. You bring 6, you pick 3, and then obviously there's doubles. You bring 6, you pick 4, type of thing. But I think this breathes new life into Battle Spot because it actually makes it really exciting with the fact that I'm ranking up. I can become this Master Ball tier. So I'm really hoping that this does breathe new life into it, and honestly it just brings more for what I can bring to the channel as well. So that excites me as a person, right? Because I already have plans for Sword and Shield, right? I'm dropping in a day, and I don't care how the YouTube algorithm cares about it. This is Sword and Shield. I'm gonna upload as much as I want and as much as I'm enjoying, right? So I'll drop like a moveset guy, right? Then you have like a showdown live, right? Then you have a Wi-Fi battle featuring the Pokemon. But now you might actually also have on top of that a rank battle spot featuring the Mon or some type of thing, or an actual series starting immediately, like a road to top 10 in battle spot. But in official competitions, you take part in special battles with a variety of different rules and restrictions in order to see where you place among the participants. Certain competitions may even grant you the chance to participate in Pokemon Sword and Shield World Championships if you do well in them. So official competitions, this is just like online type of thing where you get like CP, which is championship points, right? And that might actually help you towards Damn, I wanted to take a VGC run in in Sword and Shield, but now I don't know if I want to leave my home when I could be doing this battle spot stuff. And then friendly competitions and things like that too. You can use rental teams to battle all sorts of different Pokemon. Pokemon actually hit me up when he saw this, and he said, "I'm so excited for Battle Spot, but I don't know if I'm gonna get tired when I fight your latest team 10 times in a row because you could get like rental stuff." But even then, this is really cool too. Rental teams let you borrow battle teams easily by inputting IDs available online. So this is really nice for those that not only can't get Pokemon, but also want to try out new things. So that'd be a lot of fun. You can run it to 5 teams at once. That's awesome. I'll definitely be leaving IDs in the description. Don't worry. Anyway, another thing that we got to get over this is, well, I'll talk about Corviknight's hidden ability in a sec, but as well as Weezing's new ability, which is amazing. But we do get to see a few of the move pools right here. We do see that Corviknight gets Home Claws. I mean, that's not too amazing because Skarmory gets Swords Dance. You just don't really see that because Skarmory obviously is a Pokemon that's not usually using Swords Dance. But it does have access to Power Trip, so that's a pretty cool ability. Or excuse me, a pretty cool move that not very many Pokemon get. And if you guys don't know, Power Trip is basically like a physical stored power for dark types. I believe Crocodile and Incineroar get it. Some of the Pokemon might actually end up getting Power Trip as well. Let me look it up. Power Trip, Bulbapedia. So, yeah, right now it's Crocodile, Mankey, Piplup, Sandile, Pancham, and Litten, which obviously means they're, you know, evolved forms. So, Empoleon, Primeape, Pangoro, and yeah, I already talked about Crocodile and Incineroar. But that's really cool. We do see Double Edge confirmed in Obstagoon, and Obstagoon does have Reckless, so that's really cool as well. Steel Beam, I believe, is their... Isn't that their new Draco? For Steel Beam, Bulbapedia. I feel like that's their new... Okay, when I googled Steel Beam, I'm not even lying, it took me to Girder. So, I don't know if that's a new move. Or if that's the... if that's the new move that they made that's kind of like a mind-blown type of thing. I don't think it is because I feel like I heard a different name for that move. But yeah, that's just some cool things. So I'm really excited about the ranked battles. I definitely think that'll bring new forms of competition to not only my channel, but a whole lot of different channels. But I definitely think that I'm going to be doing that, right? Because I have that gives me a goal, that gives me a purpose. It's like basically bringing Pokemon Showdown to, you know, this. So I'm really excited about that. Now, in Max Raids, you can catch Pokemon with hidden abilities, so that obviously makes Max Raids not only, you know, have some sort of incentive, but also just more fun in general. But a Corviknight caught in Tall Grass with the Pressure ability, a Corviknight caught in Max Battle with the Mirror Armor ability. Now, Mirror Armor is basically and you try and bring in your Intimidate Landers, it ain't gonna work on me type of thing, right? Corviknight's hidden ability, Mirror Armor, is a new ability introduced in these titles. This ability, excuse me, wow, I don't ever do that, but this ability will bounce back any stat lowering effects from abilities or moves. So Gyarados comes in with a I like how they show Gyarados, but they know we're automatically thinking about, if you're playing VGC, they're thinking about Incineroar, or if you're playing singles, you're thinking about Landorus. Now, of course, we don't know if either of those are in the game, but I do like that they show Gyarados with that. I thought that's pretty fun. It's a pretty cool ability. I actually like it a lot better than what Corviknight already has, but Corviknight has, if I'm not mistaken, Pressure and Unnerve, both of which are still decent abilities. Pressure can work as well if this thing wants to go like the Kyurem or the Suicune route of pressure stalling you, but I do like Mirror Armor a lot, and I like that. I'm pretty sure this was specifically, first off, it's really cool because of the way it looks. It looks like it should be mirroring things, right? But I like it because it's basically saying, hey, we knew Incineroar, and they always do things like that. We knew Incineroar was top performing in this, so we're going to make this Pokemon be able to kind of scare Incineroar a bit, or like not make it as threatening as it could be. So, and obviously in double battles, it's going to say it bounces it back. So I'm assuming it affects both Pokemon on that side, just like Intimidate would affect both Pokemon on my side. That's a really cool ability for this Mon, and I like that. It has that. So obviously, and just in general, it confirms that you can catch Pokemon with hidden abilities, and we see Quillfish right here too, so I didn't know Quillfish was in the game, so that's pretty cool. But I like that, so that confirms you can catch hidden ability mons. Again, Really nice. There's also something I want to talk about here. New abilities will be appearing in Pokemon Sword and Shield. They have new abilities and items as well, but let me go to the Dynamaxing and Max moves first. So we know about Dynamaxing. A Water type Max move, Max Geyser, will trigger the rain weather condition. So this one that Milotic is going for, confirmed in the game. I don't know if Milotic was confirmed before this, but it makes it rain. Machamp uses Max Knuckle, will increase the attack of all ally Pokemon as well as the user. So that's pretty cool too, because obviously not only does it give you more attack after you're done, you know, Dynamaxing, Gigantamaxing, whatever, but it also gives a plus attack to your other Pokemon as well. That's awesome. Even if Pokemon uses a move like Protect, the maximum will blast through it and deal some damage. Okay. This line right here literally confirms that it's just like a Z move, and I'll only do a little bit of, you know, a little bit of chip, but also I like the way Como is standing right here. The opposing Dreadnought couldn't fully protect itself and got hurt. So that's the exact same text that it said for Z moves. And all status moves used by Dynamax Pokemon become Max Guard, which can even protect against other Max moves. So that's a way. So that's a way you actually can protect. So you can't protect normally, but Max Guard will let you. So okay, so we know that. I don't know if we already had this information. We might have already, but I haven't checked this out. But Dynamaxing held items. That means you can choose which one of your Pokemon to Dynamax depending on what happened in the battle. You could also even have your Pokemon hold items that boost their offense so they can unleash max moves that are even more powerful. Interesting. So there are certain items that are even better, but this is something I really like. Galarian Weezing. Galarian Weezing gets a new ability called Neutralizing Gas, and this ability neutralizes the ongoing effects of all other Pokemon on the field and even prevents abilities from being triggered. So they have the neutralizing effect, and it already showed it in the video, but basically in this, I can't show the video because I think I'll get claimed, but I'll go through the little cuts if I can. Well, stop it, stop it. Stop trying to claim me. Jesus. Be careful. So, basically, they do this little pop-up, Gastrodon Storm Drain, and then a Fruit Change. I don't... Yo, bro, how much did I go? So they showed Storm Drain, right? And they basically put a giant X over it, bro. There's some type of clickbait video. They put a giant X, and Rotom was able to Hydro Pump the Arcanine. So it neutralizes all abilities on the field. Intimidate won't come off. It has its own basic mode breaker, and also, you know, it's not only good for you, but it also could be bad for you, because they also show Gastrodon going for Earth Power on Rotom. So this is such a cool ability because it basically gives Weezing Mold Breaker. Now, this is awesome because Weezing obviously also has access to Toxic Spikes. We don't know if this Weezing does, but regular Weezing does. So it can set up Toxic Spikes in the face of a Magic Bounce user. And honestly, I think this is really cool for Weezing in not only doubles, and obviously singles too, but also draft format, right? Because obviously Levitate's really good on a Fairy and Poison type Pokemon. It's amazing on a Fairy Poison type Pokemon. But, because I believe you're only weak to 2 types when you're Fairy and Poison, right? Isn't it just like Psychic and Steel? I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But, and obviously Ground as well. But if you have Levitate, you're not weak to Ground unless they have Mold Breaker. But you don't neutralize that, obviously, because of that ability. But this is really cool because not only will it allow Weezing to set up in the face of, you know, Magic Bounce users, but also basically being able to absorb T-Spikes is a big thing. I think that's a huge thing for Pokemon. And just canceling out abilities is amazing. So it neutralizes moves, abilities like Sturdy, neutralizing Intimidate, and just like abilities like that. I'm assuming Regenerator is going to work in a sense that, like, if you come in and switch out, you won't get that Regenerator back. Kind of like when somebody goes for, like, Gastro Acid or whatever on you. So this is a really, really, really cool ability for Weezing, and I very much like that ability. So, and I love that it actually is a new ability, right? It's a Mold Breaker for everyone type of thing. And it's better than Mold Breaker because it doesn't even let... Mold Breaker only works on, like, on certain types, right, of abilities. But this doesn't even let Intimidate come off. That's it. That's so cool. But obviously also in doubles, like when Weezing left, it was able to, Arcanine's Intimidate was able to actually activate. So that's something you're going to have to keep in mind in doubles. So that's such a cool ability. We also have some new items. And again, they're really thinking about competitive doubles in a sense in this. I think it'd be pretty cool in singles too. But we have the room service and the eject pack. So basically the room service, when held by a Pokemon, room service will lower the user's speed when the move Trick Room is successfully used. So think of it like a weakness policy. It pops once and it lowers your speed. And then they showed like they showed Snorlax into Rhyperior. And if I'm not mistaken, Snorlax is base 30 speed. And let me just look it up on Pokemon Showdown real quick. But Rhyperior, I like how they showed these two, but Rhyperior is base 40 speed, whereas Snorlax is base 30 speed. So normally that would mean that under Trick Room, which was set up by Mimikyu, under Trick Room, Snorlax would be able to outspeed Rhyperior, but because this room service activated, Rhyperior was able to outspeed Snorlax in the trailer and then hit it rather. We don't know if it got knocked out, but hit it with a Hammer Arm. So this is really cool because it means that it means you don't have to run something like an Iron Ball, but two, it works immediately in a type of thing, just to make you slower. I don't know how Iron Ball would actually work in the Trick Room. It's been so long since I've used like an Iron Ball. No, I used Bronzong with Iron Ball. No, I used Macho Brace back in the day. That was different. Whatever. Either way, it's still like a one-turn type of thing, and I do like that it makes certain Pokemon actually have a chance versus others, right? You saw in some years of VGC, Belly Drum Lax, Mimilax was something that was common at points. Snorlax plus Persian happened too, and just things like that. So being able to just answer those with just bringing out a Pokemon and having your eject room, or room service, excuse me, activate is really cool. And the next one is the eject pack. When a Pokemon holding eject pack has any of its stats lowered, it will immediately switch out so you can send in another Pokemon from your team. So eject pack activates kind of like an eject button, but eject pack activates on an Intimidate, for example. So if someone, basically, you'll get momentum that turn immediately. So let's say, I'll use the example of Landorus. Let's say I have a Hitmontop out, and let's say I have a Tyranitar out, and something else that's weak to Landorus. So whatever, Incineroar. They bring out Landorus. This team just sounds terrible in my head, but they bring out Landorus, right? I have a good matchup versus both Incineroar and Tyranitar. But that Intimidate activates my eject pack on my Tyranitar. I'm able to pivot out into my Hitmontop right here. I got like double Intimidate on my team. Hitmontop right here, helping me check, not only checking Landorus and getting off an Intimidate, but also allowing me fake out in the following turn and giving me some momentum as well. So like, obviously it could help in, better situations than that. That was just off the top of my head, but it also works if you drop your own stats as well. So they had Duraludon use Draco Meteor, dropped it, and then was able to switch out immediately. So it was like a white herb, but it also gives you some momentum immediately in the turn. So I really do like that that we have that. I do think those two items are really cool. I think we're one step closer to a Trick Room extending item, but I also think that'd be incredibly broken in doubles. Actually broken in a doubles format. But there was a little bit more. I'm just going to go to Cerebi.net because this boy leaves it all laid out. New item, room service. A new attack, Breaking Swipe, lowers the attack of all opponents it hits. So Breaking Swipe, think of it like a Snarl for physical, right? You saw how Snarl, when you can use it on both of your opponents in a doubles battle, and it'll lower the special attack. Well, Breaking Swipe is the physical variant of that, and basically allows you to lower the attack stat. So I think that would be huge. That would be absolutely huge in VGC. That would be huge in VGC. I think we saw Flygon use it as well. Another thing, Dynamax Power shrugs off moves that flinch the opponent. We saw a Dynamax Raichu get hit by Fake Out. It just said, I didn't care, and it attacked anyway. So again, another big thing for VGC. I'm really excited, though, about the ranked battles. I'm really excited. Is there anything else missing here? Hunger Switch, Cotton Down, Ball Fetch, Steam Engine. Great fun. Angry Birds 2, the movie. I'll check it out, maybe. I saw the first one. Is there anything else I want to do? We have the new items one. I'm just super. I want to know your guys' thoughts, truthfully. Now, I want to know your thoughts on this stuff specifically. Like, I like that we have a ranked battle format. I think it'll be really fun just to bring that stuff to the channel. And I'm hella excited for the future of at least competitive on my channel, in a sense, because not only will I have singles to do and potentially VGC, but I can do, battle spot singles as well, and we'll all be able to use similar teams, or I can take teams from you guys. Like, y'all don't even have to give me Pokemon. I don't even have to have Pokemon in my game, right? You can leave codes in the description of my video. Y'all don't even gotta say anything, man. We just know, that's it. I scan that boy or just type it in, and I got a whole new team, and I can just say, hey, I got this from, let's say, Dennis the Menace, right? Dennis the Menace. He leaves a lot of comments on my videos, right? So I got this team from Dennis the Menace. I open it up. This boy has a hangry mode type of Morpeko type of thing, and you know it'd be a whole lot of fun. So I do think that it brings a lot for competitive in that regard, but it also can bring like nice little casual formats too, right? Similar to random battles in a sense, right? Like I feel like I could do a random battle type of series where I'm using these teams without looking at all, and we just playing. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. I am definitely excited. I'm glad that they revealed new mechanics as well as new abilities. And they did also reveal that hidden abilities can be found in max rays. But yeah, as I mentioned, guys, let me know your thoughts. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Goodbye, my friends.